Yeah.
All right, so today we are going to be talking about, I guess, the power of making somebody feel important. Um, God has us in a very different season that we're in. It basically started when we did the 5 love languages. If you didn't see our series on the 5 love languages, go to our YouTube channel, The Compass Journey, and check them out. Where we did like a giveaway every single week. So it kind of started from there. And then God has just really put it in our hearts to bless people, like more often than how we've been blessing people before. And it's really worked in our lives in a completely different manner. And you would think, obviously, the people receiving the blessing, it's making an impact in their lives as well, but it's really made an impact on our lives. And we just want to share a little bit about some experiences that we have experienced in these past few months, and we know that it is going to bless you guys. Share our videos because we know that it's going to be a blessing to other people.
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you for joining us and our conversations, and I wanted to just be ¿cómo se dice? Como reaffirm, since we started these videos, it was not planned. It was nothing that we thought of, honestly. Nothing that we're like, oh, let's just sit here and just go live and do videos and just see what we can do. And none of that. It's actually something that is taking us out of our comfort zone, something that we would not do. But we know that God is calling us to just sit down and just talk about things that a lot of people are afraid to talk about, and including in places that are supposedly safe to do it. Nowadays we get so caught up in other stuff, and that is the connection that God gave us for us to have with each other, with human, as human. It's I don't know. It's just I feel like God is calling us to go back to that place where we can connect with each other, with one another, and talk about things that we need to talk about. As humans, our struggles, our insecurities, our weaknesses, whatever it is that we no longer, or we are afraid to talk about with even our own family members or our closest friends. And that's something that it should not be uncomfortable. That's where God has been speaking to me and been married for the last year, that it's okay to just be vulnerable with people, even if they see if you're in a mess or you're wrong. It's okay, it's fine, it's okay. It's easy for us to. It was so easy for us to share with people and other people, with people and each other after we go through hard times in life. But it's okay. I think it's so good when you share with people and talk about things that you're currently going through. And that's what our Compass Journey is all about. This is not to form a stage for us. It's not to form a ministry or a business. None of that. I want to be clear with this, because we're doing this because we love God, and we want to obey Him. We want to be able to speak His heart from our perspective, because we all have a different way to share God's heart, and that's good. That's why we are different, right? And that's what we want to do. We want to share the heart of God through whatever He put in our heart to share, and share from our perspective of life and what we're going through, our journey, other people's journey. You're gonna see other people being more invited to some of the conversations that we're having here.
Yeah.
So you guys can see other point of view, other areas, other sides, and that's good. And we're gonna talk about things that we need to talk about, that I might be uncomfortable, but we need to talk about it. I need to talk about it. Yeah. I need somebody to talk to hear me out. Not only hear me out, but I also would like to put my ear to somebody so I can hear them out without judgment, without making them feel their worst or their whatever. There's nothing to do with you. None of that. A safe place. Create a safe place for us to not only do this with you guys in these videos, but you can also do it with other people at your home. In your community, with if you go to church with people you go to church with, your household, your family members, your neighbors, and heal. I feel like God is really healing the earth right now. not only physically but emotionally. Um, there's a lot of pain, and I feel like we're saying yes to be
Mm-hmm.
part of that. We want to heal. We want to heal. Maria and I, our home, want to heal, and we want to be able to be an instrument to help you heal as well.
Yeah.
So this is what it's all about. I just want to be clear. I just wanted to say that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And just to add to what Raphael was saying before we jump into just what we're going to be talking about, we are firm believers that we know that God has given us one life to live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are firm believers in living that life to the fullest and to be able to be happy and enjoy life. A lot of times we get caught up with things and just material things or things in this world that give us a temporary happiness, but inside we're empty,
Mm-hmm.
or shallow, or seeking or in needing of something. And one of our motives is for us to be an encouragement to you guys and to be able to help you to live your life fully, to the potential that God has called us to, and yeah, be a blessing to other people. So I want to share, I'm going to start with talking a little bit about this testimony, and then you can go over there and talk about scripture. So we were talking about that God has, placed it in our hearts to start blessing people even more than what we've been blessing other people before. So the other day, I'm like washing dishes, and we wanted to bless someone. And God placed someone in my heart. And when he placed that person in my heart, his words to me was, remind her that she is not forgotten. And saying that makes me emotional, because this person that we blessed in that time is somebody that we know, obviously. Not obviously, because we've blessed people that we don't know, but in this moment it was somebody that we know, but it's somebody that we're not in constant communication with. We hadn't actually talked to her in like a few months. It's somebody that we see here and there because we have mutual friends. So in that moment, I felt like this intense desire and need to bless her. And I shared it with Raphael, and he's like, yeah, totally, like, let's do it, or whatever. So we did what we did. We got a gift together for her, and we left it for her. And God just reminded me of the importance of letting someone know, or the power in letting somebody know that they were important. Yeah. She opened up her gift, and first of all, she didn't expect it, right? She didn't expect it from us either. So we put like scriptures on there, gave her whatever the gift was, and to her,
even the kids were involved too.
Oh yeah,
the boys.
The kid did we got the kids doing note cards and writing whatever they felt from God to give to her. And to her, it's like just exactly what God had impressed in our hearts. God remembers me, right? God hears me, because the words that we gave her was a confirmation to the things that she had in her heart. And maybe she felt like, maybe this is just me. And to her, it was a confirmation, like, God is near. God is hearing me. God has not forgotten.
Yeah.
Do you want to go there?
So good. And this reminds me when we were talking about this and doing this for this person. Because like we said, we've done it before, but it's just different. I feel like God is being very intentional with this, and us having us be aware. And the gift doesn't have to be money or something to just give. It can even be a phone call or a letter. And he's very intentional. He's being very intentional with this, and I feel it's because of that. He wants to let people know, just like he does with us. He's doing with us. I see you. Yeah. And I'm aware. Yeah. No matter where you're at, no matter what your journey might look like now, I'm there and I'm after you, and I love you, and I'm there, and it's blowing our mind. It's really. I feel like I'm back, and when I say back, it's a good place of being back there, like at the beginning when I met the Lord for the first time. I feel like that's where God is taking us, and the simplicity of things, and being aware of not only Him, but being aware of how much He loves us. Yeah. And it's so good. And this reminds me, when we were talking, it just reminded me too, one of the scriptures in Luke 19 when this man, Zacchaeus in English.
Zacchaeus,
I'm
I
trying to
think
say it
it's
in
in
English,
English.
but where he was not able to be present with everybody else because people didn't like him because of what he did, the job he had, and about the community and all this stuff. And go to Luke 19 and you can read it, and it's pretty cool. You learn so much from that scripture and how God loves us no matter what.
Yeah.
And this man was just on a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to see what's going on.
Yeah.
He was aware that there was something that Jesus had that he needed.
Mm-hmm.
And even though the crowd was all over, he was somewhere else. Jesus knew, and he looked straight at him, and he told him, basically, I see you, and just know that today I'm gonna go visit you. Prepare a meal, prepare your home, because I want to go see you. And that for that man was amazing, because everybody else in the community rejected him. Everybody else didn't like him because of what his task.
Mm-hmm.
And he did some stuff that it was not good to people. So obviously that's the fruit of one of the things why people didn't want nothing to do with him. But Jesus' heart was different. Intentions of Jesus was different. And he said, I'm going to stop no matter what he did. Because remember, this community was part of, if we look at Jesus right now as a man, not a God for a moment, he was human like us in that moment. And the people that this man affected was his family, was his neighbors. So if we look at it that way, Jesus had the right as a human to be upset too with the man.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He said, no, I'm going to do something different. And the fact that Jesus just went out of his way, then went visit this man that nobody didn't like, nobody wanted to talk to. This man made decisions instantly. Just the fact that Jesus came into his house, sat and ate with him. Jesus didn't tell him the wrong things he have done.
Right.
He did nothing. He just wanted to visit him and just want to be with him and let him know that he's loved. And this man automatically became from that action of Jesus, that he letting him know that he was important, this man completely changed his heart.
Life. Yeah. Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna go and basically I'm gonna ask other people to forgive me for what I have done. The love made him do that. Jesus didn't have to rebuke him. He didn't have to judge him. He didn't have to be all extra, correct him. He just loved him. Mm-hmm. And there's times in life, I think most of it, that we had to put to the side our differences with people and our way to think or see things and see the world and see people, and just love, just the act of kindness, the act of
the simple act of
just
kindness.
allowing that just simplicity of love to just comes out and you share with somebody. That is powerful. Mm-hmm. That can change somebody's life, and that's what we're trying to say here. And it's amazing because it's nothing to he can say so much stuff to this man, but no, he decided to do something different. And I find it amazing how this man just changed his life around and make decisions for the better of his life and the people around him, the community, for what he did wrong, just because of the fact that Jesus say, hey, I see you and I want to be with you. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. This past Christmas, which was just 2 days ago, we were at my mom's house, and we had our family there and stuff, and some of my nephews were there, and I'm going to try to say it without getting emotional, but I already feel it coming. My oldest nephew was there, he has a family now and stuff, and this nephew of mine, I was there with him, he lived at my house for up to maybe 5 years old around there. So, and I was the babysitter, so I'm very close with him, or was very close with him. We see each other now, but it's just not the same. So anyways, when my mom is giving away all the gifts, and suddenly she grabs a gift and she says, this is for Bill, which is me, from my nephew. At that moment, I got emotional, right? Mm-hmm. I cried.
It was beautiful too, because in that moment, everybody got quiet. Yeah. And it was like a moment. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And I got emotional because I didn't expect him to get me a gift. So it was a surprise. And I just, what came to me, I did not care what was in that gift. Honestly, it could have been an empty bag. But just the fact that he thought of me, right? Because he didn't get gifts for everyone. He got gifts for my mom and his mom, you know. But he got a gift for me. And that told me, like, he sees me. And it made me feel important.
Yeah.
And I got very emotional, and which is basically kind of the reason what pushed us to do this video, because it's we think that it's no big thing, but a simple like text like, hey, I'm thinking about you, hey, you came to my mind, send them a scripture, send them something. And I know, and this is not just a Christmas thing. Yeah, we're in the Christmas season, and I believe we should take full advantage to bless people, but it's an everyday thing. It's letting somebody know you are not forgotten, you are special. And how Ralphie was saying, it doesn't have to be anything financial. It could be just a message. You can send them a card, send them Christmas cards. We sent Christmas cards to our neighbor this year, and one of our neighbors came, you know, we have 2 little ones, so the boys wrote in the cards as well. One of our neighbors came over with tears in her eyes, grateful because she got a Christmas card from us and because what the boys wrote on there. And the boys didn't even say anything extravagant. They probably said something like, you're a great neighbor, or something along those lines. But those simple acts of kindness, of just letting somebody know you are important, can change somebody's life.
Yeah, and I want to say something. I'm trying not to hold.
We are very emotional.
Stuff. This is real stuff, people.
Right now.
I want to be real with you. There was a time, I believe it happened around summertime. We had a lot of issues with certain people, you know, that we had to deal with, and we had to ask for forgiveness and also forgive them. You know, little things can really make a big impact in your life, for the good or the bad. Mm-hmm. And I remember telling Vilmari, very upset, and I said, you know what, I'm done. I told her just like that. I said, I am so done with trying so bad for people. I'm always the one communicating. I'm always the one calling people. I'm always the one texting, how are you? Genuinely, because that's just Ralphie, that's me.
Yeah, that's how he is.
And I remember telling her that. I said, and nobody even say, how are you? How you been, Ralphie? How's everything going? But yet they will. I'm being honest and bold here. Very, you know, this is it. But yeah, when I don't do it, they get upset, or they think that something's wrong. And at that moment, I realized, wow, it's like God was allowed me to just get all that out of my heart, so I can see what really is in my heart. And I realized that I was doing it with expectation. Or I was doing it because I was expecting, people to return that to me. And I remember saying aloud right there and saying, no, this is my heart. I've been like this since I remember, longest I remember. And I'm not gonna change because other people they're not like me. And that's okay. I have to understand them. They come from a place of, that's just them.
Yeah.
There's no running tensions that they don't reach out. I'm not saying that nobody at all reach out to me, but you know what I mean? Those that you expect, or those that are closest to you, you think they're closest to you, they don't. And I remember telling me, Mari, you know, it's just crazy how, you know, everybody complain or tell me that, you know, they go through stuff and I don't reach out or whatever, but then when I do it, nobody responds. So in all this stuff, and I'm saying all this because we have to know our heart. Where we at. If we're gonna be giving or remembering somebody or telling somebody, I see you.
That's good.
Make sure it comes from a place of like genuine love.
Right.
Transparency without expectation.
Yes, without expecting anything in return.
Because it's not gonna work. If you're doing it for returning or expecting something, it's just not really with a clean heart.
Yeah.
It's basically a heart that, okay, I do this because it's the right thing to do, so let me just do it, and they better get back to me. And I don't think it's right. It's not, because I will not like that. I'd rather somebody not say anything to me if it's just gonna say just because you just want to say it. So that it's, I'm being honest and open here. It's okay if for you right now might be hard to reach out or hard to tell somebody that you love them, or it's hard for you or you struggle with telling somebody that you're there for them, then you know, wait a little bit, let God, deal with your heart, and then when you're ready, reach out, reach out to that person. And also on the other side, if you are a person that inside of you, because that was me, you're screaming for compassion, you're screaming for just reach out. I'm one of those people, I'm very spontaneous, so if I'm driving, this is what happened to me. I did it a few times, and this is not to brag or anything. It's just, you have to do it. Be you. Be okay. It's okay to be yourself. I was driving through one of my friend's house, and I just stopped. I literally stopped at that moment, parked my car. I knocked on the door, and I said, I need to give you a hug. That person was like, wow, Rafi, that's surprisingly, you just stopped here. I said, just a hug, and that's it. And I gave that person a hug, and I left. Because I was just passing by through their home as I was on my way home. And that itself impacted that person's life.
Yeah.
And mine. Because I responded to who I am. I didn't do it because I was obligated to do it, or because it's the nice thing to do. That's just me. I'm a spontaneous. If I just want to tell you randomly, I love you, that's just me. If I want to just let you know that I care for you, that's just me. And I'm learning now through this month that it's okay to be myself, even if people don't respond to that.
Yeah.
So that's there for both sides, if you're a person that you like to reach out and stuff, don't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Even if those people don't respond to you, it's not about what they said or not say to you. You be you. You be God. Let God be through you. And and if you're expecting something in return, then check your heart, check your motive, and allow God to just heal that. Take that away from you, because if you look at it, the love of Jesus himself, God himself, he does things for us without expecting nothing, because in reality, there's nothing we can give him.
Right.
There's just responding to him. That's all we can do. Just respond to him.
Definitely, yeah. So guys, we encourage you, if someone comes to your mind, please know that it's not a coincidence. Like we were saying, you might not be able to bless them financially or actually give them something material. But if someone comes to your mind, pray for them. Send them a text and just let them know. Like, I love to receive text messages where people are like, hey, you were in my mind, and I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you. Heck yeah! I need all the prayer that I could get. So if that's the case, someone's in your mind, send them a text message. Let them know that you're thinking about them, that you're praying for them. Ask them if they need something. We need each other. We say this all the time. We were created for community, and we need one another. Yeah. So take that time to make somebody's day, and remind them that they are not forgotten and that they are important. Good?
That's awesome.
Woohoo! So we did our first Facebook, our first Instagram live, and I think it went very well. So guys, share this video. Our video will be available. What day is today? By next weekend. Probably before that, but it'll be available on YouTube by next weekend, The Compass Journey. So share our video there. If there's something that you need prayer, or you just need someone to talk to, or you need something, please reach out to us. If we can't help you, we always say we have resources that we can give you, or we have people that we can refer you to that can help with whatever it is. So we love you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Well, let's see how we can end the video.
I think it's right there.
Where?
No.
Okay, wait. All right.